All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of this Go With The Flow meets Black Ivy special collaboration. For people who don't know, we are doing this short series. Shout out to Dominique and Addis, just to highlight members of the Black Ivy community. We don't know how many episodes we're going to do yet, but this is the second we're recording. The first one was really fun. I know this one's going to be really fun, and so we will do a few more of these. And again, just highlight members of our community. Now to today's special guest. We have Naeche in the building. Welcome, Naeche.
I'm happy to be here.
The only thing I'm going to say, so people know who's here, over 200,000 followers on TikTok and over 50,000 on Instagram. Enough said.
A little something, something.
A little something, something. Can you, the way I like to start every episode is just have you give your quick background, whatever you want to touch on, so that people know who they're listening to right now.
Right. Okay. Hey, guys. I'm Naeche. It's like leche, but with an N. Naeche like leche. I'm from Southern California, born and raised. I'm Nigerian American. I moved to the East Coast when I was 18 to go to University of Pennsylvania, where I was pre-law. And then I dabbled in finance here and there. And after I graduated, I was a COVID graduate, unfortunately, but I moved to New York soon after, and I started working in finance, and I do content creation, and here we are today.
When you got to the city, was it fully locked down?
I came in 2021, so okay. I did the first year of my job virtual. Wow. Yeah, finance virtual was a time.
Although probably more enjoyable than being in office 5 days a week, though.
Yeah, but we didn't have any. Well, I'm not 5 days. I got hybrid out of it. So
fair.
I think I got the sweet spot.
Okay, fair enough. But you just mentioned you make content. I just mentioned some of your follower count across platforms. Super duper impressive.
Thank you.
Taking it all the way back, would you mind telling us what made you first want to get into start? What made you want to start posting content in the first place?
Yeah, so I think I was always the person who just records everything. I'm one of those people that I hoard like clothes and stuff, but I also hoard memories. Is how I like to think of it. So I'm the one who's always taking pictures, recording videos, whatever. Even when we like first had like the small little like Nintendos, or like the first time I got a computer, I was always in like the little photo booth app. I just love documenting things. So it always came naturally to me. When I was in undergrad at Penn, I think around the end of freshman year, my roommate and I were like, we should do YouTube. So we started a YouTube channel doing college advice, like how to get into an Ivy League, how to study at an Ivy League, like, just giving kids like some guidance as to how like we got to where we are. Because I feel like where I grew up in California, like a lot of people at my high school were not even applying to like Ivy Leagues or anything like that. And I felt like I was like ranked, I think maybe like 15 or 16 out of a class of 500. But what about some people who were ranked higher than me didn't even apply to like Ivy Leagues.
Wow.
Because it just wasn't something we talked about, and it just wasn't like, it wasn't the norm around there. And I was just like, if I can do this, a lot of other people can. But the missing piece is like the knowledge and like just like exposure to it. So I was very much like, I need to show people how they can do this. So after I did the YouTube, I was also very popular on Snapchat. Okay. I used to love, I know we don't use it anymore now, but other countries still do. But I was like featured on like the Ivy League Snapchat story, like at least like 50 times. And people like could never get on there. So I just love like doing things like that. And then when TikTok came around, I actually was not one of the first rounders. Like my little sister is 5 years younger than me. So I'm 27. So she was like, I don't know how. She was like in high school, early college, whatever. She was young. Mm-hmm. And she was still with the group that was on there dancing and stuff. And then when I would make videos, she was like, you are so cringe. Like you are literally like that older generation who doesn't know how to use the app, and you are so cringy. And I was like, I took that to heart, and I was like, I'm not posting anything on here. So then eventually it wasn't cringy when I got my first like viral video, and then here we are. So
a few things that you mentioned that I want to touch on. First, you being 17th in your class and applying for an Ivy League, but people ahead of you not doing so. I feel like that's just like the Nigerian in you.
Oh yeah.
I feel like but as a fellow Nigerian, I'm like, my parents,
we have choice.
The bar's an Ivy League, and that's kind of it.
They're like, that's what they see success, because they want to be like, my daughter, she went to Harvard, she went to Penn, Princeton. Exactly. Like they want the bragging rights. Exactly. So you kind of have to try to give that to them to get that satisfaction.
Exactly. And then even with the whole, like your little sister, she was like initially posting the dancing, and she said you were cringy until you get that first viral video. I saw this one video that I loved where the guy was basically like talking about his journey with content creation, and he had this one quote that I'm going to butcher, but it was essentially what you just said of like, it's cringy until you've gained a follower or a certain amount of like monetary value out of it, and then you're cool.
And then they're like, oh wow, oh my gosh, I knew her, we went to high school together. And
Exactly.
yeah.
And how do you kind of, you never know when that tipping point is going to be. And so even if people are like making fun of you or calling you cringe, all it takes is one video or a couple videos to go like that. And then all of a sudden people want to be featured in your videos and they want to
they try to get the blog.
Exactly. So that's just kind of that little motivation and inspiration to people to just post your content.
Just post. I saw a video recently and they were like, posting content is kind of like playing the lottery. And the more times you play, like all it takes is one hit.
Exactly.
And there you go.
Which is why if you go to my TikTok, I started posting now.
See, there
I
you go.
posted started last week, and I just started posting my content. And I have a good close guy friend group who we're just encouraging each other to post our content, like Shaq, Grant, that whole group. So yeah, post your content.
Yeah, I've seen those little dancey videos on my For You page here and there, and I'm like, wait,
with the thirsty woman in the comments. Yeah, no,
I wasn't gonna say it.
No, that's crazy. It's crazy. But so something that you touched on earlier. How did you initially get over that fear of judgment that comes with posting content online? Yeah,
so I think honestly, I have a lot of experience with the hate, I have to say, and not even to be like, oh my gosh, I have so many haters, but I feel like even back in like high school, I think when you are Black, a woman, I was always pretty high achieving, and I'm pretty also like outspoken and a little outgoing. I think that combination as a human being is going to piss a lot of people off, and like I could honestly not, like, I could just be living my life and people always had something to say about it, whether it was in high school, whether it was in college. And I'll be honest, I have pretty good self-awareness, I think. And I know I could be like annoying. I think I have a personality where it's either like we vibe and you like think I'm cool or you think I'm annoying. And honestly, I don't really care which one do you think. I just care that I'm getting to the bag at the end of the day. So when people always have something to say, I'm like, but guess what? Like, I'm giving you something to talk about. Like, at least I'm living my life in a way where, like, you feel the need to discuss it. What are you doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it honestly doesn't bother me. And, like, at first, like, for anybody who posts content, I feel like the first time you hear someone say something or you get that first hate comment or whatever, you're like, oh my gosh, and like the world ends. Some people will stop posting. Like, I'm just like, what? And like in the beginning, I would make the mistake of responding. And I'd be like, no, well, it's just be like, you know, then you go back and forth. And God forbid you respond to a hate comment and the person makes a video using your comment and now you're in like a war. No. Yeah. So I just don't respond. And if it really bothers me that much and like post a hate comment and people start liking it, I delete it. You're not about to be the main character on my page. So I delete them. I delete them now. So yeah.
Which is an interesting one for me because so I created a podcast for my TikTok and I would put clips up. Mm-hmm. And it's been interesting how sometimes when there'll be a hate comment, I'll approve it just so people can like go after them.
Yeah, other people
that actually leads to more comments. So I don't know if you saw one of the most viral posts that I had was Gene came on here and he talked about like losing his job at Met after 3 days. Mm-hmm. And I posted like a clip about it. It was like a very inspirational post. And this guy puts a comment up and he goes like DEI hire. Oh. And you know how it gives you the option of like block
they filter them now. Yeah.
And I was like, get that on there. And the way people attacked him, so sometimes it's good for that.
And then your engagement goes up.
Exactly. So, but if you do see the reverse, maybe that's like just delete it. If it's like other
don't let them win on your page.
On. Exactly.
But that's the good thing about having like a supportive community. People will come to your defense. So that's always nice as well.
Yeah. Was there a video you remember initially doing numbers, and what was that feeling like?
Yeah. So one of the first videos that I think really got me to where I am now was. Like I said, I was a COVID class of 2020 graduate. And so I had to start my job on Wall Street after a year of being remote. And I don't know about you, but for me during the pandemic, I was eating, I was hanging out. Like I didn't have a routine. Like it was just a very weird time. So me and my friends would literally work from home and then like order food and watch movies. Like we didn't do anything else. So when my job was like, okay, it's time to go back to the office, I went back to the office with like the essential workers. So like we went back like early, like way earlier than a lot of people. And I remember when I got into I filmed a video like, oh my gosh, like I haven't seen anybody else going to the office. Like I have so much to do to make myself like presentable for society again. I gotta get my hair done. I gotta get my nails done. I have to like get my eyebrows done. I need new clothes because like I said, I was eating. So like I filmed a video and I literally showed like all of the prep that I had to do to return to working in the office. And it was also my first job, like like real job, like post graduation. So, and it was Wall Street and I'm Black. Like there was so many things. So I was like, I have to show up looking my best. So I made this video showing everything I did and then going to work. And then the morning before I went to work, I posted it. And when I got into the office, I remember like opening TikTok. And back then I wasn't like addicted to TikTok or anything. So I checked it when I like kind of got to the office and the app was like frozen when I opened it. And it was like 99 like in every area. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I got so many followers. The video had 1 million views.
Damn.
And
Overnight? Damn.
Yeah. And because nobody had seen someone going back to the office. Like it was very new. So, you know, a lot of people then started posting like day in my life in corporate. I was one of the first people doing those videos. You were the trendsetter.
Wow.
I was one of the first people doing those in 2021 because my job went back with essential workers. So like I was like one of the first people who posted one of the corporate ones. And you know, when people see something new for the first time, like TikTok back then, things went viral a lot easier. But that was also just like the first video that did it. And my little sister, you know, she used to call me cringe. She texted me. She was like, Naeche, this is it. You got to ride this wave. Like keep making these videos. Like I think you figured it out. And I was like, okay. So I always call my little sister my first manager because she was like, you like, this is it. Make more of these. So after that went viral, I think I got like probably like 40,000 followers in like the next few days. Damn. But I rode the wave and I kept making those videos. Like I made a lot of them. And then I got like a big chunk of my followers from just posting Wall Street content.
Which is interesting because I feel like, now the dynamic has changed where even if you have a video that gets a lot of
They don't
views,
follow. People are stingy with
people
follow.
People don't follow anymore. So now it's like, it's cool that you were again in that time when one viral video could do that for you. Because now it's hard to try to crack the code of like, okay, for the brand that I'm starting, how do we get followers?
You got to prove it. Like you got to really prove yourself now.
Yeah.
People are stingy with that button.
No, they are. It's like, what is it about? Like, just hit the follow. Like, what are we?
Literally.
But did you take that video down? Because I scrolled all the way through your TikTok and I don't know if I saw that one.
It might be privated right now.
Okay.
I think I started taking some of them off, but you know, like I said, I rode the wave of like there was no rules about posting your job or what you do or anything like that.
Yeah.
So then when everyone else like started getting in trouble for it, I had already left that company, but I was like, I should probably let me put these on friends only for a little bit, just in case. Like I didn't want any problems, but thankfully I gained all like the followers and stuff I needed. Yeah. So some of them are privated, but it's been a few years. I think they could be public again.
I was about to say, especially since you're a couple years gone from said company that I actually used to work at. I didn't realize that we just missed each other. Okay, and so sounds like you just already described your content style evolving. Mm-hmm. How would you describe your content style now? And when and why did you decide it was time to kind of move on from the, Black woman on Wall Street?
Yeah. So I think it got to the point where I was like, I think I'm a lot more interesting than my job. And I think I do a lot more interesting things than like, oh, I work on Wall Street. Like, I travel a lot. I have a great dynamic friend group. I live my life to the fullest in New York. There's just so many other things to post about. And I think even when I was making the Wall Street content, like people knew me for that, but I was still traveling and I was still posting what I did in New York. So I think when people knew me as that, over time, they're like, oh my gosh, you also travel. Oh my gosh, you're also outside in New York all the time. And they knew me for other things. So I kind of leaned into showing other things as well. And kind of, I didn't talk about work as much because I didn't want people to just follow me for a job. Like, what if I don't work there anymore? You know what I mean? And I also got like, I know the content was very positive, but I was also miserable at that job. Like it was difficult. So I was like, there's only so much I could talk about positively. So eventually I just started posting like everything else I did. And people were just like, oh, I followed you. So like I did a video where I was like, so what did people follow me from? And it was like a chunk followed me from my Wall Street videos, a chunk followed me from my travel videos, and others followed me from life in New York. So I think I cover all the bases now. And I'm happy there's like a group that follow me for different things. So
which is that important saying of like, you never want to be, you don't want the things you do like, or like the company you're at to become your identity. Yeah. And so you're like, I don't want to be just like the finance girl. I want people to care about me for me. And you definitely, it's again, not everybody's smart enough to make that pivot, but you're able to do that.
It's hard because I think TikTok has changed in the way where even social media in general, it's like when people don't know you for one specific thing, like no offense, but like how many times do you open your phone and someone's like, day in my life, and you don't even know the person, and like how many times do you want to just watch someone's day in life? Like people, it's hard for people to stop and care about you for and what you're doing in your life unless they already know you for something. Because I think once you establish a niche and like people know you, like, oh, that's that finance girl. Oh my gosh, what is she doing when she's not at work? Mm-hmm. Like, and now they want to know what else I'm doing. But I do think, I always say that the people who create content about their life and people just want to know about their life, Like, because I would hate to just have to post only about one thing.
Yeah.
So,
And people will try to put you in that box. But I feel like if you fight it, it's always possible to get up.
I think it's wise to start with one thing where people know you from. Like, I think it's wise to start in like one niche and then branch out after you have like a community that cares about you as a person.
Got it. I'm taking this advice for myself. You're going to see my content style like also try to evolve.
There's a recipe. And every viral person you see nowadays, most times they're viral for like a specific thing. And when you go to their page, they're making that type of video over and over and over again. And people are like, oh my gosh, this girl's so funny. And then they follow them. And then if that person's like, here's my outfit of the day, people are like, this is not what I followed you for. But eventually they might care about that outfit. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How do you stay authentic? I mean, you've kind of hinted at this a little bit, but how do you make sure you're staying authentic amidst the very saturated creator market?
Yeah, I think my content has always just been my life. And like somebody asked me one time, like, do you do things for content or do you just record what you do? I'm like, God forbid I'm ever doing anything for content. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I did more things for content, but to me, it's not that deep. Like, to me, it's not that deep. I think I live a pretty interesting life and I just record a little snippet here and there and then I turn it into a vlog and bada bing, bada boom. Like, it's content, but it's already what I'm doing. And I always tell all of my friends, and I'm like, everyone talks about, oh, Naeche's a content creator. Oh, Naeche's a content creator. Dude, all of my friends live very similar lives to me. Like, I do not think I'm that unique. Like, yes, I have a certain personality, but I don't think I'm that unique in terms of like what my life looks like with like the good job and like we travel and this and that. Our friend groups are like, yeah, we intertwine. Everybody's doing something phenomenal. But no one's recording it. Yeah. I'm like one of the only people making the content about it. And I'm like, guys, we live like pretty like unique lives. And if everybody was recording the same way I do, like, dude, we would probably have a TV show by now.
Yeah, and which literally, again, to that point, that's something that, so me and my friend group, like one of the closer ones, we all went to Nigeria in December.
I saw
and we were like, there was so much missed opportunity for content.
I saw
it was most of the group who like have some of those videos go viral for like Dance on Train. I'm like, there is potential we could have tapped into here, because similar to like what you just said, our circles are young, in our 20s, Ivy League, we're working good jobs, we're traveling, like we're living pretty good lives.
Yeah, and to us it seems normal because everybody around us is doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But then when I post videos and it's like regular, I don't know.
Yeah.
We celebrate someone's birthday abroad or something and everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is goals. And I'm like, I think we all need to remember that we live in a bubble.
Yeah.
And you're pretty impressive to the next person walking down the street. So just post.
I like, and again, you're going to see more. I'm going to post my content.
I'm excited. I'm going to start checking once a week.
No, please do it. Because I've also been that person who's always been like, and not that I'm comparing me to you, but people are like, oh my God, you're always doing so much. Like, how do you go from this party to that party, like traveling this, that, the other? And I'm like, it's just like the way I live.
Just what I do.
It's just what I do.
Like to do.
But now I just need to put it up and get my editing skills to be like yours, and then we can.
Gosh, if you go back to my videos, I will go back to some of my earlier videos, and the editing is so bad. So I didn't think it changed, but you get better. But you can only get better if you try.
This is Reps Capital. Put the work into it. Come on, subtle plug. Put the reps in. Available now. RepsCapitalCo.com.
There we go.
So in a recent video, you described yourself now as being more go with the flow when you were formerly described by yourself as a hardo.
I was a hardo.
How were you able to let yourself let go and become more relaxed about life?
Yeah, I think life will do it to you. Like, I think when you're young, a lot of the times it's easy to be like, oh my gosh, I have it all figured out. And growing up in a Nigerian household and your parents are like, it's going to be like this and you're going to do this and you're going to do that. And I'm like, okay, like I'm going to do what they said I was going to do. But I do think that me going to school on the East Coast and like being so far away from my family and just like living in a totally new environment by myself, there was just, I feel like every day was unexpected. And everything that I thought I had planned, I'm like, I never planned to be on the East Coast. Like, I applied to 27 schools in high school. Damn. Like, just like, just because I knew it was a problem. I was like, this is a game of chance. And like we said, it's like a lottery. The more chances, like the more times you apply, someone's going to say yes eventually. And you might even be like surprised by who does. And that's how I applied to Penn. Honestly, that's why I applied to Penn. And that's how I got it. Because one of my friends talked about it. And I said, let me add it to my list. And then here I am.
Look how the world works. It's so funny how the world works.
Isn't that crazy? So I always said that when I got to the East Coast, I was going to study during undergrad. I was going to be super pre-law. And then I was going to go straight to law school. That was the plan. And then I've talked about this before, but Penn is such a business focused school. Like all of my friends are in Wharton. Like I didn't even know what Wharton was before I got there. Like everyone is talking about finance, and I think I just have like a natural curiosity. And I was like, what is all this finance chit chat, you know? And one of my friends, like she was pre-med, but then she was gonna do a summer in banking, and she was like, hey, I saw this like job listing, like you should just try it out. It's a summer. I was like, okay. And again, this is not in the plan, but I was like, okay. And I tried it out because I was like, if everybody knows something that I don't, like I want to know. What is all this opportunity that you guys are leaving summer vacation with like $30,000-$40,000? I want some. I'm working for free. You know what I mean? Like I was just curious. Like, and mind you, like everyone at Penn is very successful, and I just want to know. Like I'm the type of person where if you tell me a little something, I'm gonna investigate. You just need to show it to me, and I'll figure out the rest. So after the way that my career trajectory went in terms of like me not planning going into finance and then me not planning ever taking time off before graduating, I think living in the question mark of like what I never planned, I just started to get comfortable with that. And then I realized how much opportunity can come from taking the path that you didn't necessarily choose for yourself, you know? And I'm very religious, and I do think that God has a way of working things out in his way. And like, you know, there's like a verse, I'm still working on memorizing that, but it's like, lean not on your own understanding. And like, God always has a bigger picture. And once I started really thinking about that, like, and looking back, like, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to UC. I thought I was going to go to UC Berkeley. I thought I was going to stay in California. I thought I was going to go straight through to law school. But look at what my life has turned into, because I kind of just like went where life was taking me. And it's not just like to like go with the flow. I think a lot of people think going with the flow is just like, oh, like let life toss you this and that. But it's not. It's very much going with the flow. I think you also have to have like, you have to commit to your success, but still go with the flow. Like kind of, you know, you ride the wave, but, you know, paddle a little bit and like steer yourself.
There's some proactivity needed.
Yeah, you have to have a little bit of, what's the word? I can't think of it, but you have to have like a little bit of ownership in it as well. Like go with the flow, but still, you know, control it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to extend the name of my podcast. Go with the flow, but control a little bit. But no, everything that you just, like, that is so beautiful, so well said. The message that I feel like a lot of people need to understand, and also hitting me at this point where I'm in a place where I'm very much so a go with the flow person, but at the same time, I'm super proactive. I have this North Star that I'm trying to get towards.
Right.
And so I'm always going to be super duper proactive about trying to course correct to go in that direction, but also kind of letting life take me on the journey that is life.
Exactly.
And I've fully leaned into embracing the uncertainty. Like I mentioned my job situation to you, and to get into the Nigerian parents thing where like I was just on the phone with my mom yesterday telling her about this job offer that I got that I'm gonna take. So I'm taking it.
There you go. Congratulations.
And thank you. And again, I think because they only understand it's like, oh, medicine, oh, this bank, and you stay there that many years.
Get the job, money, done.
It's hard for them to kind of see outside of what other potential, see what the potential is for you outside of what these other rigid paths is that they've understood for you. Yeah. And I was on my walk home to the gym, I was thinking about it, and I was like, my parents, because my mom said this yesterday, she was like, we want the best for you, and we want the best for, like, as opposed to anybody else, we want the best for you. And I was like, yes. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, you guys want the best for me, but in your version of my life, I think my ceiling is much higher in the path that I'm putting myself on. Whereas the version that you want me to go on, yes, I'll be very successful, but I still think I would be quite limited and not really reach my full potential. Yeah. Because it would be like, oh, stay at Goldman Sachs and become a partner in 25 years, which and it's like very successful, but there's so much else to the world. And I feel like I'm capable of so much more. So
That's exactly how I think.
Amazing.
That's exactly how I look at it as well.
I'm clipping that. That resonated with me so much at the right time. Like
it's hard. I'm happy you talk about the parent part of it though, because that's been one of the hardest parts. And I think that is what has kind of like limited me in terms of like truly embracing going with the flow. Because trying to go with the flow when your family or your parents telling you you're going to be like a failure is not easy. Yeah, like you really sit up at night like, am I making the right decision? Like
you just got to embrace it. Like if I showed you the text I woke up to from my dad today, I'll show it to you. No, maybe not. Why not again? But I think I've embraced not disappointing them, but them not understanding
Yes.
that I'm just taking on life and I'm going to go on my own journey.
Yeah.
Taking the path that's less traveled by.
100%.
And so I've come to terms with that. But when they do send their little texts and say their little things, it's still frustrating. And all it does is annoy me, but it's not like taking me up. Like I'm, and okay, this is not supposed to be about me now. Literally, this turned into therapy. But you would also think that like, I'm someone who, the way when they tell me to do something, I'm a little bit of a rebel.
Yeah.
So
wait, are you the second child?
I'm the baby.
Oh, you're okay,
youngest of 3.
Okay.
So I tend to do the opposite.
Yeah.
And you'd have think they would have realized that by now. But for whatever reason, they haven't. And so with this whole job situation, the more they keep saying do this, that, and the other,
the more you don't
the
want
more
to.
that is what I will not be doing. That's why I'm not a doctor right now.
That's why I'm not a lawyer.
Because they kept trying to push that on me, and I was like, "Will you let me live my life? I'm not going to go to med school." And the more you tell me to go to be a doctor,
like med school is like some little like 1-year program or something. Like that's like the next like 15 years of your life.
A lot of your life. But okay, on this series, I'm supposed to talk less. I'm supposed to be interviewed.
Yeah.
I've said too much. Back to you.
There's no such
You have a
thing.
Just Say Yes series.
Yes. Yes.
Is there anything that you do say no to?
I say no to a lot of things actually, but I don't obviously like record those ones. And everyone's like, Naeche is always down. Naeche is always down. And I'm always down when I think of the potential that something has. I'm like, am I going to have fun? Am I going to meet people? Is it going to be, sometimes I am like, oh, this would be a good thing to go get content at because I haven't gone to something like that before or whatever. And I like I said, a lot of opportunities happen when you leave your house. Like I think that there's just so much. And I think maybe living in New York is also a part of it because you just get on the subway and it's so easy to get to wherever you were invited to, or if it's that far, call a car. But I think that I say no when I honestly don't have the capacity. And mostly I say no when I have conflicts, but most times when I have 2 things to do, I'll do all 2. I'll do 2 or even 3 and just do a little like sliver of each, like a little hour here and there just to like show up. And I also like to show up for people as well. So, I do say no, but probably like 75% yes, 25% no.
You're literally like, you're me. You know what's so great? I'm the type of person who, if I have 3 events and like, I'm going to go to all 3.
You left my house already. You were like, I have to go to
because I had to go to another thing.
I was like, this is
and
so
that's
me.
it's like I also love showing up for people. Like it's just I think that's one of the most important thing you could do for someone is just show up for them. And so I really like care deeply about doing that for people.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where sometimes, and this is going to be my next question, like you do not even sometimes wear yourself too thin.
Yeah.
There might be times when it's like, oh, I'm at a place and I'm really having fun, but it's like, oh fuck, I really need to get to that thing.
Go. Yeah.
And so then you're kind of doing that whole balance. So I'm kind of curious how you are able to manage all this without doing just that and wearing yourself too thin.
Yeah. A lot of people ask me this, actually. They're like, how do you not get tired? And honestly, I think I'm tired a lot of the times. I just, whatever, like, you can sleep when you're dead.
Sleep when you die.
You're dead.
We're going to be best friends. This is ridiculous. So. You're literally me. This is like...
So. This is literally why the world brought us together, like, to do this episode. Because I just think that, okay, I say no, I stay home, and then what? If I genuinely thought that I would stay home when I turned down an event and I was going to get some rest and do my skincare and like go to sleep at 8 p.m. Okay. But I already know that even if I say no, I'm not going to do my meal prep. I'm going to scroll on TikTok for like 3 hours. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably going to like waste the time anyways. I might as well just go and do the thing. A lot of the times it can get overwhelming when, you still start to feel like you're running out of fuel. But I think those are the weekends where I do say no every now and then I feel like sometimes my body will be like, you're done. Because then I get sick or something. And I'm like, oh, my head is hurting or like, whatever happens. And I'm like, okay, I think I need to take a chill pill. And I'll say no here and there and like sleep in on a Saturday or something. But it's New York. There's always something to do.
Yeah, like my partiful counter this Saturday. I got 5 things. First
one's
one's
town.
Oh my goodness. And so it's like that balance of there's 5 things. First one starts at noon. Last one starts at midnight.
Oh.
How do I get to all of them? But there's like overlap, so it's just one of those weekends. But I'm gonna record my day. I'm gonna record my day. This is gonna be me starting content. That's gonna be a great content.
Outside of New York City, and people love New York content.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and then just one more funny question on this particular point, because it's such a niche thing. There was one night when I had 2 parties at the same time. One, the theme was like dress colorfully, and you can't wear black or white.
Oh.
The theme for the other one, you need to wear all black or all white. In nights when you have multiple events with competing or conflicting themes, how do you manage those? Because those really stress me out.
Sometimes I go home. Sometimes I go home, or I wear something neutral. That like, or because sometimes something will be super dressy and then another event is casual. I'll choose the dressy one because I feel like if you're overdressed, it's fine. But I do not like to be underdressed. So if I have to go home and change, or if I have to like carry a blazer and take it off and like do a little outfit change along the way, then I got to figure that out. But I hate not being in theme, and I hate when other people aren't in theme to something I host. You were in theme.
I was in theme.
You were in theme. I was like, why are people wearing black at my event?
It was what, pastels and
florals.
And florals.
Trust me, I take note of that stuff.
The outfit was on point.
People came in wearing black and white, and I was like, I told everyone to wear pastel and florals because I was going to wear white. So why are you wearing white at my house? You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for the themes, but whatever. That's okay.
Now to your travel.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious, how many countries have you been to?
Oh, my gosh. I am trying to do 30 before 30. I think I'm at like 24. Yeah.
Out of all the countries you've been to, favorite and why? Least favorite and why?
This is a hard question, and I think it's a trick question. I feel like I like a lot of countries for different reasons, but I will say some of my favorite trips.
Okay.
St. Martin / St. Bart's. I know they're two different countries, but it's a boat ride away. I have a fantastic time every time I go there. Whether it's like,
how many times have you been?
Well, I've been like, 3 times.
Damn.
3 times. And I also like when I really like a country, I'll go back, which is why I haven't hit 30 yet because I double dip.
I was about to say, because I'm surprised with the amount of travel you do that you haven't hit 30. Okay, that makes sense.
I double dip. But I think just like the people, the energy, the vibe, the parties, and like just like the experience every time, and the weather. Like I do not really want to go on vacation to somewhere where I can't walk on the beach with my toes in the sand. I love the beach. That's one of my favorites. But then also, like, I really do love, like, Italy as well. And then last summer, Croatia. That one surprised me a lot. But I think those are my top 3 countries. I know you said 1, but that's 3.
No, it's so funny how Croatia, I've heard phenomenal. Like, I was just talking to someone who just got back, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And she also was, like, a very well-traveled person. Was like, Croatia is top of the list.
Yeah. I was like, I would go back this year, maybe. I don't know. I love it. Worst... Well, please don't fight me. People like to fight when you say negative things about their countries. But I got robbed when I went to the DR. So I think I have the right to say
have the right to say
that was the worst one. And they took like my laptop, my shoes, my backpack. And I don't really care about anything, but they also took my vlogging camera. And that's what I was doing. I know. And I had like 3 trips vlogged on that memory card. And after that, like I returned to YouTube that year. Because, YouTube takes a lot of time. And after I lost 3 trips worth of content, I was so irritated. I haven't gone back to YouTube.
Damn.
I know.
I would hate the DR too. Damn, that's a very fine reason.
I will go back eventually. But after something like that happens, I was so frustrated. And I was like, whatever, I'll make TikToks. So here we are.
When we went to the DR, we got pulled over.
Well.
They let us go, though.
Did you have to pay them?
Yeah. It was a funny story because one of my friends, it was 4 of us in a car. One spoke Spanish, the rest of us didn't. We had been pre-gaming. The person who was driving obviously was not drinking, but the rest of us, we were. We see a light in the background. There's a motorcycle that pulls up to us. They flash a light in the car. And then my friend who speaks Spanish, they're going back and forth. And I'm there having a good time. Like, let us go. And then my boy Max like, they're asking for money. I'm like, no, fuck that. Don't give them any money. He's like, bro, he says they're going to take us out of the car and take us to the holding cell if we don't pay. And I was like, all right. I actually went back and forth a little more, and then we paid them, but that was that. What is at the top of your travel bucket list?
I really want to go to Turkey. I'm probably going to go this year. Nice. So fingers crossed. That'll be my Euro summer this year. Belgium and Istanbul. I've always wanted to go. Nice. And I just want to see what's going on over there.
And then you've kind of answered this a little bit beforehand, but how do you balance capturing content versus actually being present when you're traveling?
So I think a lot of people overestimate how much time it takes to record. Like, I make vlogs, and I think the best part about making vlogs is that I only need to record 2 seconds of everything I do, and then I enjoy the rest of the time. Then I put it all together later on. Yeah. But it's not like we're like doing like one clip, another clip, another clip. If you're doing like where you have to like memorize like lip singing or something, I don't really do those. I should, but those ones like take a little bit more effort. But when I'm recording a vlog, like, the food came to the table. Yes, everybody knows don't touch the food till I get a little video. But it's just like 3-5 seconds. Like, do a little record, maybe 6 seconds, because I'm going to do it twice just in case. And I'm like, okay. And then sometimes I like an action shot. So I'm like, it's okay, scoop the food. Like, that's all right. So it doesn't take a lot of time. Like, I record real quick. And then when I'm getting ready, I'm like, oh, I should record this. And then I'll, put the camera up, but I still have to get ready. Like I said, I'm not doing things for content. I'm just recording the things I already do. So.
Yeah. And I think the perfect analogy for that is also at concerts. It's like, because I remember being like, oh, like you're all people, or people maybe saying that I always record. I'm like, if my favorite song comes on, I record it for 5 seconds, then it's down.
Yeah, or you just need the chorus.
Yeah. So literally, I might record for a total of 1 minute throughout the course of the concert, but the concert is 3 hours long, so I'm barely on my phone.
Exactly.
But neither here nor there.
Exactly.
Okay, now quick rapid fire questions, and then we'll get to some of the Black Ivy Go with the Flow segments.
Okay.
I asked that one already. Ideal New York City day, start to finish.
Ooh, it's definitely gonna be a weekend because
that would be psycho. Otherwise, so
Monday morning.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah.
So work is not the picture. But I wake up, I go to solid core, have a little, or I go to the gym. Nice little workout in the morning. But I know some people eat before the workout. No food, no nothing. You just have to. That? I know it's very odd to me. Nice. Like, what do you be? I don't want anything in my stomach when I'm doing my crunches. But I go to the gym and then come home, shower, and then ideally someone's like, oh my gosh, like we should go to brunch. Get a little brunch. I love a brunch. And then ideally we're also going to a little day party, a little rooftop, something with a nice little mixed drink. And then, people always want to go home and do the nap. No naps on the perfect day, because the naps, half of your group is not going out after that. And then I don't know, something that takes us into the evening. That could be a dinner, that could be a birthday, that could be anything. And we ideally are outside when the sun sets, because I love a little sunset with a drink in hand. And then we go home at a respectable time. Or
what's respectable to you?
Well, before 6 a.m. But or if the night takes you elsewhere and everyone's like, ooh, after function, then you do the after move, and literally just maximum enjoyment with my friends. It doesn't even look like one thing. It could be just anything where we're having a little drink, the sun is out, and people are giggling and dancing, and that's all I ever want.
That's all you need. That's all you need. I know you love TV shows. Yes. Favorite show you're watching right now or have watched recently?
Oh, there's been a lot of good TV this year. So Paradise on Hulu was really good.
That one. Things. I didn't watch it yet.
You haven't watched it?
I gotta tap in.
Paradise was really good. What else have I been watching? Love Island comes back tomorrow.
Do you consider that good TV?
Yeah, did you watch season 6?
I've watched only season of Love Island I've watched is season 3 of UK.
Okay, UK is 10 times better than the US. The season 6 of USA was the first US season that I've watched.
Oh, is that the one where the black couple won?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Yes. So that's coming back tomorrow. And honestly, I love any type of TV where someone if it's reality TV where other people have their own problems that I can listen to, because I don't have to think about my problems. I get to turn my brain off and be like, oh my gosh, she's making such stupid decisions, and it feels good because it's not me. But Love Island comes back tomorrow. Paradise. What else have I watched this year? I didn't like You this new season.
Still gotta watch that.
Oh my gosh, I feel like
did you watch Adolescence?
I watched it. It was interesting. I know it was supposed to be one of those it was supposed to teach you something.
PSA, basically.
Yeah.
You know, it's the second most watched Netflix show ever.
That's so interesting to me.
Me too. I was like, this is fine, but it's not that.
I watched it and I was like, I get it, but for it to be groundbreaking, I understand the message, but I'm obviously not the one who needs to learn that lesson.
Yeah.
So
it's a teenage boys. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so many other things. I can't believe there's something that's that I'm missing right now, but I'll probably remember later.
Do you watch The Last of Us?
No, I tried to start it. There's a lot of things I've started and stopped. And then I think I started The Last of Us. That's when the world ends, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just started it again last week.
Great show. I suggest you. Really good show.
Okay, I'll tap in.
Fun fact about you that no one would guess.
Fun fact. I'm obsessed with Sims. The game. When I was younger, I used to play for 8 hours straight. No food, no water, no bathroom breaks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good fact. That's a good fact.
I those people that are streamers now. I'm like, bro, I definitely could have had in an alternative universe. I was a streamer just playing Sims and telling stories as we play.
It's not too late to do it. You could be the next Kai Cenat.
I actually was Sims.
I feel like that might be a lane for you. I bet there's an audience. You're entertaining enough, and I feel like that could be a lane.
I always thought I could do it. I always did think
I see that for you too.
Maybe that'll be one of my side quests in the future. Let's stream. We'll stream Sims.
Okay, amazing. Now to get to some of the segments that we're gonna have standardized across all our guests. And so first one is a passion pitch.
Oh.
And so you get 1 to 2 minutes, however long you need, to passionately pitch something that you love, whether it's hobby, book, sport, whatever it is. Yeah, that's it.
This might be predictable, but post the content. Post the content. Even if you're posting content and it's not even publicly and you're just posting it in like a little private folder where you document your life. Guys, in this day and age, like, I don't know what other people, like, I don't know what our kids are going to see of us in the future. Like, all these little iPhone pictures, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we're even going to have, like, all these videos that we're making and stuff. However, like, when I look back at my videos, like, even, like, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I'm like, this is so crazy that I literally have a personal video documentary of my life and all of my friends. Like, I've had friends pass away. And I have videos and stuff like when we used to be out and stuff in New York. And like, I just think that you get to create your own narrative when you post. If you have a business or something, posting your content can only further it. And you also, like, you're the director. You get to choose how people see you. And I think like it's one of the strongest tools that we have in the year of 2025. And the amount of people that are not using it to either like document their life personally or like, you know, just reach a wider audience. Like, people are so smart. People do not have access to the knowledge that you probably have in your head or your creativity or your experiences. Like, just post the content. Like, either you benefit from it, other people benefit from it. And there's just so many opportunities that come with posting content. Like, when I look at my life, I'm like, there's so many things I would not have experienced if I never picked up my phone and made those little videos and then chopped them up and posted them. So
Snaps. Post your content,
Post
guys.
your
And you're making me more. I have so much because I also have what's your thoughts on like posting stuff? Because last year I went on like 7 or 8 trips, like a lot.
Where are the videos?
Albus, is it okay if I retroactively post those? I'm asking for your permission.
How does the audience know? I actually don't post anything like real time. Like, a lot of the content I post will be like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, sometimes 3 weeks ago. Because sometimes when I'm like, oh, I have nothing to post, I literally look through my photo album and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this video. And I'm like, let me post this. Yeah. And let me chop this up real quick and post it. Nobody knows. How is the viewer going to know unless someone was there?
Yeah.
And even the person who was there, they didn't post it either, I'm sure. So like, post the content. Like, if you have a trip that you went on last year, guess what? Someone's probably going on that same trip in a week, 2 weeks. When I went to St. Martin, I posted all of my travel essentials before my trip to St. Martin. What are the chances on the very last day I missed my flight, had to check into a random hotel near the airport. I was sitting at the pool with my cousin. I got like food poisoning. So I was sitting there like, oh my gosh. Some girl comes up to me like, oh my gosh, I saw your video on travel prep and things to pack. And I was literally at the airport when I saw your video and now I'm seeing you here and I packed some things because of you. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, you know, I've actually ran into somebody in every country I've been to since I think in the last 2 years.
Wow.
That's seen my content.
Wow.
That's not crazy.
That's amazing.
But it's also like, because I post travel content and the people that are in those countries probably are watching travel content.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people are like, I use your videos to plan my trips. I ran into a girl in Zara. She's like, I went to Brazil by myself and I used your itinerary and I went everywhere you recommended. And I had the time of my life. That's this person I've never met before, but my videos changed part of her life. She has a whole memory in her life because of the videos I made.
Wow. You're inspiration.
You're
inspiring me. I'm literally. The content. The content is coming. Oh my god. This. Post your content.
Every time I see some of any of my friends online, I'm like resharing it, I'm reposting it, I'm like in the comments. Like, I love to see it because I think maybe that these people with like, I don't know, like all the intellectuals, like I think for so long people are like, oh, content creators, like, oh, there's like a little stigma and everyone thinks they're too cool for it. Or people are nervous. A lot of people have a lot of like anxiety about it, and I get it, but you scared of money? You scared of success? There's so many opportunities. Like, so your fear of being perceived outweighs like your want for money and like success. I mean, to each your own. But
you're right.
Hey,
that's why I think for me there was a bit of fear for whatever reason, but I've definitely reached this point of not give a fuck, where it's like, this might come off a little bit. I don't care how this comes off. Like, how are you gonna judge me?
Yeah, like
I wish you get like, oh, I went to Princeton, I worked at Goldman Sachs, I'm making a like. How are you gonna judge? Like what's it? Go ahead. Yeah. What do you? Oh my god.
Oh, she's so annoying. Oh, she like. I mean, I don't know. Like, what are they gonna say?
Go ahead, judge away. And then I also heard this other great. I'll just be seeing a bunch of cool quotes, and it was essentially something along the lines of, the people that are hating are never the people who are also doing.
Yeah,
it's the people just sitting on the side and just like not too scared to put themselves out there.
Of course.
But other people who are doing it because we know how hard it is. Like now I don't judge anybody. No. Put your content out there.
I'm
I
so
will
happy to
never
see
judge you for it. I love when people do their niche little hobbies, grow their own communities. I will never ever. I used to, admittedly.
Because you know
Admittedly,
it
I
takes-
used to.
Because it's easy to hate from the audience, but once you're up on stage,
Exactly.
you're not hating on anybody
So-
else who's on stage with you, bro. I'm telling you.
Post your content. Y'all are going to see the content. Oh my, I'm
excited.
I'm excited too. Okay, next one. This one is what no one understands. And so you're supposed to share, and probably unrelated to the last one, but share a passion or belief that you feel is misunderstood or underrated and make the case for it.
Misunderstood. Okay. So, well, misunderstood or understated. This is going to sound a little contradictory, possibly, to everything I've like talked about in terms of content and taking the path less traveled, et cetera, et cetera. And I do think our parents ate with this one in terms of like when they talk about education. Like I have to also like play devil's advocate because I think I speak from a place of privilege. Because obviously I went to the Ivy League. I got the good grades. I worked on Wall Street. I did all of that. And now I'm dibble-dabbling in like the content and stuff. But I do think there is something to say about pursuing a higher degree, being educated. And even if especially if you're a person of color, just having something else under your belt that can only add to like the creativity. If you're creative, like I feel like the educational part of it or putting time and effort into being highly educated, I think our parents were right about that part because like trying to pursue something creative is fantastic and all, but if it all crumbles tomorrow, it's always good to have something else to fall back on. So with that being said, I am still considering going to law school. So like to my parents, like I probably will still go, but I did put the time and effort into doing what I wanted to do. And I feel like I've come full circle, like, oh, I think I could benefit from a degree, and people gonna eat that content up too.
I was just thinking that. And I think more importantly, you came to that realization on your own terms.
Yeah.
Not because your parents
you don't have, just because like delayed doesn't mean denied. You don't have to go straight through. You might still go to medical school. I mean, I don't know, probably not.
That one, no. The medical one is not happening. Not happening. They got one doctor in the family, that's enough.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Couple more. Waking up 10 years from now, take me through your ideal day.
Oh my gosh, 10 years from now, I'll be 37. Hopefully I'm like married. But I don't know. I was like, what should I be doing at 37? Ideal day. Oh my gosh, and I'll probably have like a kid or two. Oh my god, that sounds so scary.
It's crazy.
That sounds so scary. I know we're supposed to talk ideal right now. It's terrifying to think of. I would like to say I'm going to be living like on the coast of Italy, like opening the window and having my fresh croissants for breakfast or something. And maybe I'll be doing that with a kid or something and a husband. I mean, it sounds so peculiar to say. Can you tell that's not one of my focuses in life whatsoever right now? Yeah, 10 years, but 37, almost 40. I would hope that I have gotten a lot further in terms of everything I'm doing with content. Hopefully I have some sort of business out of it at that point, whether that's like events. I feel like I'm really good at that, and I would like to monetize it in the future eventually.
She put those great events. Housewarming was fantastic.
Thank you. But it is one of my passion projects that I want to work on in the long term. So hopefully that is like, alive and well. And yeah, I'll have like a family and like hopefully still doing the things that I want to do though, like still creating. In terms of specifics, because I'm such a go with the flow person, I don't know what it looks like. I always said like I would be living in California again and et cetera, et cetera. Now I'm like, what if I leave the country? Like, what if I lived in Europe? And now I've been toying with that idea. But I'm like, should I go to law school if I'm going to live in Europe? I can't use my law degree. So these are the things I'm thinking about now. In 10 years, we'll see where the dust settles. But I don't know. Hopefully I'm successful in my career and hopefully I have a family. That's really it.
Tell me what the first scene of your biopic would be.
Oh my gosh. I know you told me about this question earlier and I thought it would just come to me. Biopic. I feel like that's hard for me to answer because I feel like the best is yet to come. Like whatever that scene is going to be, it hasn't happened in my life yet. And I don't know what that looks like, but I don't know. Let's skip that one.
No, we can skip.
I don't think it's happened yet, so it's hard for me to say.
That's fine. Two more. Talk to me about why you chose to join Black Ivy.
Oh my
After all, Black Ivy Go with the Flow collab. Shout out Dom and Addis.
Shout out Dom and Addis, dude. So I went to school with Dom, And she's a few years younger than me. But when I tell you Dom is like one of my inspirations, like I'm so proud of this girl and everything that she's done and created. Like I saw Dom when she first hit the scene at Penn, and like she was doing YouTube channels, and she had a YouTube channel, and I was doing YouTube at the time, but I was doing it kind of, but she was like grinding. And I was like, whoa. And I always would watch her success like, oh my gosh, if I applied myself 100%, I feel like I could be like Dom. And she's always like, don't say that. I'm like, no, seriously. Like she was so successful, and like I was so proud of her and all that she did. And just watching like a young, like talented, smart, beautiful young Black girl do the thing and succeed. Like I was always so happy to watch her do it. And then a few years later, here she is. She's like, okay, next pursuit. And then boom, BLACKIVY is created. And I'm like, this is such a strong community of like we talked about, like the young, Black, successful people, not even just in New York, but like around the country. Like my little sister went to one of her events in LA. Like she's everywhere. And like the group is just so like unique, the events that they throw, like the trips that they've been on. Like I'm just so proud to like watch her build something. And shout out to Addis because they built it together. But I've just been so proud to see everything that they've done. So when she created it, I was like, I signed up, like put me in there. Like I love it. And I'm so excited to see where it goes, because I feel like there's so much potential with it.
100%. And as someone who was on that original trip to Mexico.
You went on the trip?
I was on the OG trip to Mexico.
My gosh. Like, I was like, I wish like all the older kids need to come around, because I'm like, yeah, I'm coming to the next one.
Yeah, after seeing just how successful that was, I'm like, yeah, I believe in these two. Anything they do, I am signed up.
Yeah, anything they touch, I want to be a part of.
Yeah, shout out to them. And then just the last one.
BLACKIVY.
Anything that you want to make sure that you talk about, you want to message, you want to leave the people with?
Guys, do the hard thing. Choose your heart. Life is always going to be hard. And I feel like I was one of those people that always kind of had excuses as to, oh, I can't post today because XYZ, or, oh, I can't do, like, oh, I'm so busy, like, whatever. When I've seen other successful people that, like, I look up to or whatever, like, there's no excuses. Like, there's literally no excuse. Like, just wake up, show up. If you have to wake up earlier, get up earlier. If you have to stay up later to get the thing done, stay up later and get the thing done. If you have to say no, I don't like to do that, but if you have to say no and get the thing done, because at the end of the day, the time is going to pass. Life is going to be hard, but you get to choose your hard. So you might as well choose your hard and be successful because of the hard that you chose. So, yeah.
This has been one of my favorite episodes I've recorded, period. And I've done almost 100 of these. You're awesome. I don't know why it took us this long to properly connect and get to know
I feel like
each
I've known you for a long time, but this is probably the longest we've chatted.
100%. But yeah, you're an inspiration. You're awesome. Love everything you're doing.
Oh,
wishing you all the continued success. And yeah.
And you as well.
Thank you. The content's coming. The podcast is still trying to get it going. Reps Cap is here. Buy your stuff. Reps Capital Co. Invest in you. I'm so energized after this conversation. I love it.
Happy.
I love it.
These are the conversations I have with my friends, and then they leave, and then they don't post it.
They don't do anything. I'm posting. I got one in the drafts right now. I'm about to post right now.
Hit the button.
But this has been another episode of BLACKIVY meets Go with the Flow. Thank you for listening.